Sequels friends, today's video I thought we would do something a little bit different, and I am going to give you a tour of my newly refreshed office space. Sneak peek right behind me. I thought since I've been in business for a year now, it was time to do a little revamping as I have a better understanding of what kind of space I need for storage of supplies as well as product. And if you are like me and have a very tiny office space, maybe some of these organizational tips will be helpful to you. So if you want to know what my newly refreshed, revamped office looks like, then just keep on watching. Friends, so as I said in the intro, we are going to be doing an office tour today. I am going to show you how I store all of my inventory as well as my shipping supplies and all of those other necessities that you have when you are a part-time or full-time reseller. If you are new here, my name is Heather and I am a part-time reseller on both the Poshmark and the eBay app. And I use this YouTube channel to document my journey. So here you'll find how to sell on those two platforms, how reselling online in general, fun thrifting things, as well as a few thrifty flips. So if you're interested in this kind of content, I would go ahead and encourage you to hit the subscribe button, ring my bell, and you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Of course, if you find this video useful to you and you enjoyed it, please do give me a thumbs up, as your likes let me know what kind of content to create in the future. So as I said in the intro, this week's video is going to be a little tour of my newly revamped office. I have been selling things online for a full year now as a part-time reseller, so I've gotten a better handle on what kind of organization and storage I need in this small office space. On top of that, I also am spending a lot more time in here, so the hodgepodge mixture of leftover things that it was is not as appealing to me as a nice, newly renovated, bright, fun, cheerful environment that you would prefer to be in if you are going to be spending a lot of time in this office. So without further ado, let's flip around and let me show you around. Well guys, before we get to the fun stuff, I do need to show you what I've been working with for the past year, and this is the space. The sewing table, the sewing machine, as well as the dresser, which I've been using as a desk, have all moved into my dining room, which is now becoming my craft room. So I have new furniture pieces to go in here as those have been replaced, and then also there was a little quick peek of that overstuffed closet. So let's get on to the good stuff and see the new. This room is approximately a 9 by 10 by 10 room, not including this little teeny entryway that I'm in right now, so it's fairly small. I live in a mid-century, small 960 square foot house with 3 bedrooms, so it is fairly small. But this is what I'm working with as I am renting, so I can't make big, humongous changes. We are lucky that our landlord lets us paint, so we did paint all the walls, and we purposely picked this gray color that you see everywhere because it has good resale value and all that, so we wanted to not go something too crazy so that we didn't have to repaint it when we leave. But here is a little bit of an overview. And I do have the ring light on because it's a little bit overcast to help you see. So like I said, this little entryway where the door is, I couldn't really do much with it. I didn't want to put anything on the wall so it gets too crowded. But here when you come in, you can see Miss Manny Quinn. Right here is an ever so fancy nail in the wall to where I hang. When I do hanger photography, I like to eventually find a really cute knob or something to put there, or a fancier hook, just so it looks a bit nicer. And as you can see, this is where I keep some of my inventory, as well as a rolling rack of what I'm currently working on that needs to be photographed and put online. And like I said, Miss Manny Quinn. So this is just a cheap old mannequin that you get on Amazon, nothing too fancy. And if you haven't noticed already, this is also a cheap little rolling rack that you get on Amazon. I did use a little spray paint and just on this top portion where you can see it, and spray painted it kind of an antique gold color. I don't know if it's really noticeable on camera, but it just kind of jazzed it up and made it look a little bit fancier. I do not have enough storage in my closet, which we'll get to and you will see. But so this is where I keep some of my extra storage. I just made sure that all of my totes were the same color to try to make it look uniform. The color does somewhat coordinate with everything in my room. I do not have the luxury of buying just whatever tote I want because I'm being very conscious about price. So this was the closest I could get. And as you can see, I put some big numbers on it. That's just to help me know on my handy dandy inventory spreadsheet of what bin everything's in. As you go around, you will notice it is pretty bright in here. Like I said, I do have my ring light on. You can see that reflection right there. But overall, when it's not overcast, it is extremely bright in here. And one of the reasons why is changing out my navy tab top curtains that I thrifted, Lord knows how many years ago. Certainly got the $5 use out of them that I paid for them. But this curtain panel, if you follow me on Instagram, you know this because I had it in my stories. If you don't, I will pop up my name, so you want to head on over there and follow me so you can get little sneak previews. But this curtain panel came in a bulk box. I've been doing a lot of bulk boxes for home goods as they move very well and have a nice turnover. And this curtain came in it, and it called to me, and I said, this needs to be my new office curtain to brighten things up. And I love the print and I love the embroidery pattern on it. So I popped that up on the window, but I only got one in my bulk box, so I ended up going to Target and picking up another. So I ended up picking up this desk again on Amazon. Nothing fancy. I bought it during COVID, so I just had Amazon as my options. And again, the desk came with all this in silver. There's also this little spot under here, and this bar was silver. Oops, excuse me. This bar was silver, and I took that same spray paint I used on the clothing rack to just do that in a bit of a gold. Again, not a huge difference, but it just made everything seem a bit more cohesive. I have tons of art that is not always out, and so I wanted to showcase all of that art in my office. So here I just did kind of a gallery wall. I have a couple of shelves, which right now I don't need anything functional on them, so they are purely decorative. Now over here, I've continued with the art because you can tell I have a bunch of it. And I did more of a almost floor to ceiling gallery wall over here. Let me just turn this light a little bit so you can see better. These are a bunch of faux flowers that came in my bulk box. Not sure if I could sell them or not. I haven't looked anything up from that box yet, but I figured they would look pretty here until I decide what I'm doing with them. And if I do sell them, then it's a great place to store them and enjoy them until they sell. If anybody has any questions about any of the pieces or there's anything that you like, just ask me, just let me know. I will be happy to link the artist below if you don't already know. Let me take you over into this closet. Again, if you were with me for some time, or if you've gone back and watched the original office tour from a year ago when I started, this setup is pretty much the same. Over the door rack for all of my shoes that I'm selling. Very, very light on shoes. Again, if you followed me for any sort of time, you know that shoes are the hardest for me to source. And I gotta have ThredUp get back in stock on their boxes, shoe boxes, in order to get any. This closet is where I store a bunch more of my inventory. First up, this bag. It's just a bag with the extra filters and stuff for my ring light. But in here I do store the ceramic tile that I use for any of my shoes, home goods, all that kind of photography. I'm storing some of the bigger priority mailboxes here because they won't fit up here where the rest are. And then these are some of my goods that are already prepackaged. I prepackaged them so that I could confirm the shipping, and so they're there ready to go. And the top one has all of my jewelry from that Goodwill jewelry box individually bagged and in there. These totes, very similar to the setup I have over here, because this is the new version and this is the OG. And the OG totes don't match my decor, so they're hiding in the closet. But I take what I can get for the best price. So that's why I have them. This system's still working out good for me. I do have to tilt them to get them out next to this shoe rack, but it hasn't been a problem. I do have a few extra items here that have all been packaged and are ready for space in the tote. A lot of times I'll just pre-package them, throw them up here, and then when I have an order that goes out of one of these and I see there's room, I'll throw a couple of them in there and put them on my spreadsheet. Up top is all supplies. So lots of priority mailboxes. I'm a little light on boxes right now. I have placed a few orders with USPS, so I'm just waiting on those to get here. In here I have some Dymo printer paper. This next box up, the tin was gifted to me by one of my partner's family members for Christmas because she knows I like to sew, but I have been doing a lot more reselling than sewing. So I'm using this in here, and it holds my shoe cleaning stuff, toothbrushes, suede brushes, and my Doc Marten balsam. This big old jug of water is just distilled water, because that is what you are supposed to use with this. And I've already had one clog up on me, so since I've been using that, I've been good to go. So, distilled water. Some small bubble mailers that I purchased specifically for jewelry. A little bit of extra bubble wrap because I do have some home goods and every once in a while I need some bubble wrap. These items, along with the dye and the t-shirts, are a project that I'm going to be working on in the upcoming week to do some tie-dye. These are shirts that I got from the Thread Up t-shirt box, and I have another one coming this week, so I'm waiting for those shirts to arrive before I get started on this project. So I'm just hiding it back here to be out of my way. A lot of extra tape, lint rolls. I still find that the sticky works the best. And again, this stuff stays all in here until I have a photo shoot, then I pull it out. So if you're wondering, as I told you, I do my clothing photography here. Miss Mannequin, I just usually move her over, or even sometimes I just roll this over. And then I have the full wall and my ring light right here to do my photo shoot. And then I just move Miss Mannequin out of the way when I want to do the jeans, t-shirts, whatever I'm doing on just hangers, lower price pointed goods. A lot of time I'll just do a hanger on it. Since it's not going to make me a lot of money, I'm not going to put a lot of effort into it. But if you're wondering, where do I do all this home good stuff? I'm buying all these bulk boxes. How does she do home goods? Well, two things. One, I've been using this. I take these two and I just set them to the side. I take out my ceramic tile from in the closet and I set it right here. I again just move this rolling rack out of the way. It's the best reason that it's rolling. And then I could just shoot right here. Bring my ring light over. I like using these totes rather than the tables because, like I said, I do photography in big bunches and now I don't have to bend over. This is they're right at the height, like a counter height. They're even higher so that you don't feel like you're hunched over or bent over, and my back appreciates that. You know what you're probably wondering? She's got shipping supplies. Where does she package and where's her scale? Well, that's why this stuff's moved over so I can show you. Go to the desk, sit on down. Recognize these handles because I spray painted them gold like the legs over here. This bottom drawer is all just files, paperwork, blah blah blah, nothing exciting. This drawer I'm not going to open all the way up for you because it's a disaster. It's just a junk drawer. I need to get some spacers or something to organize it and I don't have any, so this is what I'm dealing with at the moment, which if you've seen the rest of my office you know is driving me frickin' batty, but gotta get the right things to organize it. But here's where I keep my packing, my stickers, my scissors, tape, all that kind of jazz. And then down here, I have my little scale, my poly bags, and my mailers. So super easy. When I make a sale, I just pull out everything out of the bins. So I pull it all out and I stack it right here, and then I use this space, pull out these items to actually package things up. I'd be happy to do a video for you on that to give you a better idea, along with how I do eBay shipping and all of that kind of jazz. So if you are interested in that, please do let me know in the comment section below, because that is something I am definitely interested in doing. And I just package it all up right here. I have my computer, I have all my stuff, so it's easy to do the shipping. I plug the Dymo right in, I get my labels, easy peasy. And then one of the best things about my room and this rental house as to why we live here is gorgeous mountain views, which again, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see quite frequently because I am a fan of the different views out my window. And as you can tell, super overcast. There's a storm a-coming. So that's it, guys. I'm really loving the way it turned out. Again, this is nothing fancy. This is, this does not have a lot of money into it. These are just easy, quick fixes to make this room easier to work in and make it bright and cheerful so that one's motivated to come in here and do some work. Definitely a step up from where I was. Video tour useful. I would love to hear from you if you have any suggestions on maybe things you would have done differently or things that you found helpful or useful in my space. I would love to hear from you, so do let me know in the comment section below. As I always say, thank you so much for tuning in. Your subscriptions, your likes, and your kind comments mean the world to me. So I hope you have a fabulous week, and I will see you on Friday. Take care, everybody. Bye.